Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's Angelic Ray coming to you with the new moon in Scorpio reading. So first and foremost, I am outdoors. You may hear some dogs barking, some airplanes, some noises in the background. If you do, pardon the disruption. But nonetheless, this should not intervene with our message with the video. So I did get some channeled messages prior to doing this video, and I am going to, oh, we have a little pup wanting to drink some water. Hello. I am going to pull some cards. I don't feel like I'm going to need to pull too many cards for this one, so I'm actually excited. Before I get to the cards, I am going to get to the message. So this new moon is going to be October 27, 2019. For some of you, it may be October 28. Okay, and we have 4 planets that are currently in the sign of Scorpio, and that is the Sun, the Moon, Venus, and Mercury. And we also have Mercury going retrograde. It's in its pre-shadow phase as of right now, but it's going to be going retrograde on the 31st. So that is going to play a big role also with the energies that we're going to feel from new moon to new moon, which is that full moon cycle for the next month, right? And it's going to be retrograde in the sign of Scorpio throughout the whole time it's retrograde. So I'm going based on tropic astrology, which is Western astrology, and Vedic Eastern astrology. It will be in the sign of Libra. Okay, it is starting to drizzle a little bit, so hopefully I can get this message done before it's like super pouring raining and we have dogs here. Hi. Okay, sorry y'all. Hello. Thank you.
Excuse me.
It's okay.
Come on, listen, come on.
Okay, hi. Hi, okay, I know. Y'all feel the vibes. Feel the vibes, feel the vibes. Okay. Where is my lighter? There we go. Let's put the incense back on. So Stella Blue, she gets pretty protective. This is my baby, and she's pretty protective, especially when I'm open space. So I apologize. All right, back to it. The message. So with Mercury in retrograde in Scorpio, as I said, I'm going to go based on the tropic Western astrology versus Vedic Eastern astrology. And I'm also going to touch a little bit on Mars and Saturn being squared at 15 degrees and how this could affect our new moon. So let's light this up. Yes, get that energy going and flowing again. Awesome. So getting into it, so pretty much the biggest messages that I was getting was with Mars and Saturn being father time, and you know, one of our eldest ancestors, Saturn energy, father energy, masculine energy, and Mars being masculine energy as well. The biggest message I really got with that was like slowing down. And this felt more for like the masculine energy than for the feminine energies. Now, everybody has masculine and feminine energies inside of ourselves. So this does not necessarily mean gender roles as male or females, but more so the archetypes or characteristics of masculine and feminine here, okay? Because we also have the illusions of Neptune being in retrograde, that it may be playing as looking at some of our plans in an illusionary state. It may not be exactly as it seems, which is a very common thing for Mercury's retrograde anyway. So Saturn really wants us to really slow down when it comes down to looking at contracts or making major decisions based on logics, because things may not necessarily look the way that they appear. Okay, and that is a big thing that Mercury's retrograde also does. But because Neptune will be at play here with the Mars and Saturn energy, and Neptune is at retrograde, Neptune rules a lot of illusions, okay? So our plans right now may have to be at a slow pace movement. And Saturn likes things kind of perfected, likes things on proper timing. So it's more like Dad is saying, slow your roll, take your time, slow and steady wins the race. And this is actually going to build a more solid and stable foundation for you moving forward, rather than you rushing quickly, okay? So the good thing is that with it being a new moon, it's new beginnings and new times, and Scorpio is all about what is hidden and revealing that, right? So the occult is that which is hidden knowledge, hidden wisdom. Yes, it could be a lot of emotional energy, sexual energy that's going to be at play. But with all the other energies that we have around as well, especially with the opposition of Uranus being in Taurus at 4 degrees, it's really going to be more of a time for us to do deep releasing for that solid foundation. Taurus is about what it is that you value and really about holding your ground, right? So Scorpio is ruled with water energy. It has Pluto energy as well, and Pluto is currently in Capricorn as well. So we have that Pluto and Saturn energy both in Capricorn during this new moon, kind of saying slow your roll and allow this transformation to be a deep transformation. Hi, doggy. A deep transformation for you to get things right in your foundation, in a more perfected manner, okay, on a timely manner that is divinely designed for you, okay? And this is gonna push people to really wanna express themselves freely without feeling trapped in any type of illusions anymore. There's going to be a few of us in the collective that are going to begin to start feeling trapped in their own bodies, okay, because they might have been sleeping for such a long time, and the inner giant within them is wanting to wake up and experience their spirit in a more freedom way, more of the body. So going within and allowing yourself to explore the inner depths of your currents, of your body, of your energy, is going to help bring you that freedom of learning yourself, not only in your inner world, but the outer world, and how you are much bigger than what you are. Kind of like, okay, I can't really break free out of this body unless I physically die right now. But if I learn to attune myself through meditation and go into different realms within myself, I can see how I'm bigger than just this body, thus creating a world that is more free to them and not trapping them to their limitations. So this is definitely a time of vulnerability, of you breaking free from those conditions that you've allowed yourself to be trapped in, to break out of those traps, to break out of those illusions, to really allow yourself to integrate your light with your dark. Okay, not necessarily run away from the dark and not like just lean too much on the light, or leaning on either side here. Okay, it's really about the integration where during Libra season, we was really in a loving place, really seeing how we needed to balance our scales. Now it's more about getting to the deep nitty gritty of our foundation and taking that ride to the underworld. Right now it's going to be a very vulnerable time, very a lot of spirits communicating, okay. We it's pretty much a scorpionic energy, right? It's during Soem, which is how people know as Halloween, okay? It's during like the Day of the Dead week, and just a lot of energies of the ancestors really pouring through and saying, listen, we are here, we're spirit, we're awake, we're alive too. We've just transitioned into other realms and dimensions, and you can access these realms and dimensions if you truly know how to dive deep within yourself. But you must first clear yourself. A lot of this has a lot to do also with us going into 2020 for this reset here. The ending of 2020 is when we are going to be closing out this decade here, okay? I know there has been a lot of misinformation saying that the new decade is starting at 2020, but a decade is a 10-year cycle, and you need the full completion of the 10 years in order for it to be a complete cycle into a new cycle. So we're going into the cipher of 2020 so that we can birth a new decade in 2021. Once we hit the full 10 years, it is a full decade cycle entering a new decade. So 2020 is definitely going to be the year of the cipher, the year of us really taking what it is that we understood, okay? Because 2019 breaks down to a number 3. There's a lot of things I got with this, so bear with me. I'm going to try to break it down as simple as possible. 3 is the understanding for the creation here, okay? The understanding of the logics of the masculine energy of the direction, to the submission of the wisdom that is within you to be flexible, okay, for the duality of what is with the feminine energies here. And then 3, the creative, the child, the understanding of masculine and feminine energy so that you can create moving forward here, okay? And 4, taking that creative energy into your foundation for your culture, and the material realm in a sense, right? Looking at your 4 quarters for how they are, at your directions, the north, south, east, west, how you're moving about in your compass in your world, right? So it's pretty much going to be a cycle of how we're building our foundation, so that when we get into the new decade and it's 5, we're gonna see those major changes. The major changes, things are really going to start traveling now from how we've transformed in this life, in this timeline, transforming and traveling into the new decade, into the new timeline. We are in a preparation mode. Scorpio energy is also like Shiva energy, okay? And that's like Vedic, but I was also getting like a SAR for like comedic background in a sense, right? Like underworld energy, root chakra energy here. Okay, so really being presented with our deepest, darkest secrets, okay? They're gonna want to break free. It's like the skeletons out of the closet now. They're really wanting to break free, no longer be trapped, no longer wanting to pretend to be, a certain way. This is gonna be a new moon of revelations for all of these transits. And we also have another major shift in December with the eclipse coming up, so in Capricorn. So this new moon with the Mercury retrograde, is playing a major role onto this transformation here. So that way it's almost a transformation of the strong will survive, survival of the fittest here. A transformation of, like, you know, the sperm being shot and on its way to the wound. It's like all is fair in love and war, and really having to transform from one body to another, transforming from the sperm to a body. Okay, and for other people, you may also notice that there may have been some literal deaths around this time. Okay, so that's also from transforming from a physical to the spiritual. Okay, so it's major transformation, both literal and figuratively. Okay, pardon me, I did say I was outside. So that was the major message I was getting, was like, slow down. And you know, Mars being squared by Saturn, and Saturn saying, like, slow your roll just a little bit when it comes down to this, because of that Neptune energy and Mercury being in retrograde. It's actually perfect for that whole reset, realigning, reevaluation, revolutionary time energy. All right, going deep down inside yourself. Although Scorpio energy is a fixed sign energy, they're also known as, like, the eagle, just as much as, like, a scorpion, right? So an eagle, you could think of the bird's eye view. So taking that bird's eye view and going deep down into the underworld, into your root chakra, and getting down to the nitty gritty of all that you need to uncover about yourself, whether it's occult history and magic, or occult knowledge and history or wisdom within yourself through meditation, or just uncovering secrets around you. This is going to bring a lot of revelations, a lot of truths is going to come up to the surface in a way that I think not a lot of people are really prepared for, and so it can be really uncomfortable. A lot of fears are going to be presented for us to face our fears and integrate, show love to your fears, but also recognize that you are your darkest side as well. Embracing your sexuality. Okay, there's going to be a lot of that sexual energy, but also because the masculine energy is kind of being told to, like, slow down, and in Vedic it can be in Libra, as stated. This can mean that there's still gonna be some questions in regards to, like, relationships and stuff like that, or also revelations, secrets being revealed in relationships. Now, during these retrogrades, it is very common for exes to come back into our lives anyway. So this is more so for you to reevaluate what lessons you've learned during that relationship, after the relationship, if you've learned them, if you haven't learned them, if you've been in a cycle over and over, even with this person gone, and have you learned that lesson. As far as new relationships goes, this is going to be a time of really seeing the person for who they truly are. No mask whatsoever. So we're already 15 minutes in. That's pretty much the main messages I was getting, destructive energy, so that we can go in to a new beginning, into the wound, pretty much, because 2020 is going to be our year of the wound for building our foundation, so that we can go into the next decade really prepared, fully prepared. This is that preparation, death, rebirth kind of energy here. As far as with the feminine energies go, because Venus is in Scorpio, this is going to be a very strong time for women to do some wound healing, okay, for really trusting in your intuition, or not just women. I want to say feminine energies here, okay, not just the gender roles, women do have the womb, so there's the gender role in that. But as far as feminine energies, with Venus being in Scorpio, this is gonna be a good time for you to truly reevaluate what it is that you value, what it is that you perceive to love, okay? And is it coming from your higher self or from a more third dimensional materialistic realm energy? And it's gonna be a very, very potent time for psychics, okay? To really be channeling during this time and receiving revelations and oracles. So pay attention to your dreams, whether you're a man or woman. I would really recommend, there's going to be very strong dream work at this time. Sorry about that. Stella Blue, good girl. Come here. Kick it down. So she's really protective when I'm holding space. She doesn't really like to allow anyone too close to me or animals. So anyway, we're going to get into these cards here. All right, Spirit of the Most High, the Most Divine, of living in truth and righteous and perfect love and perfect trust. Now is the time. Now is the hour. What message do you have for us in the collective for this new moon in Scorpio here? New moon in Scorpio for the collective general reading. One more time. That flew all the way far. One more time. So far, this is looking really, really good. It is looking like a journey. Definitely cycles ending. A lot of fixed energy, by the way. Scorpio is a fixed sign. You seem to want to come out here. Okay. Okay. In the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Swords here. So what I'm really getting with the Nine of Swords, it being overall energy for this reading, is that there's going to be a lot of anxiety and overthinking during this time for the collective here. A lot of worries. For some of you, it could be panic attacks, anxiety attacks. So I'll be really mindful to try to avoid conflict. Try to maybe drink some teas. You know, do a nice bath for yourself at the ending of the day. Really listen to like relaxing music or doing some prana breathing breath work. And really just journaling will help you a lot during this time rather than you gaining anxiety. Anxiety usually comes from, you know, thinking about the past or thinking about the future and not really being centered in the now. So you're really going to be advised to take your time to meditate here, okay? The first card that came out here is the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is Leo energy, but it's more so talking about, it's more so talking about how we're going to be moving forward into a newer realm, a newer time, and really allow yourself to not be at a state of pride. Excuse me, baby. Good girl. Stella Blue. Good girl. Good girl. Go. Mama's reading. Thank you. All right, I'm sorry. So, not allowing the pride to get to your head here, because for some of you, you're, you know, Scorpionic energy, sometimes they can be feeling like they know it all in a way, because they have so much hidden knowledge inside of them that they can let it get to their head in a different way than like that of a Leo, or pretty much is just saying like right now the ego is gonna be at a place where it's going to really be heightened here, but it's more so for you to utilize that energy to learn how to break yourself down into moving forward into the depths. And I'm going to break down the other cards and why I feel that. I'm not reading this card in a very traditional way, but in an attunative way here, where victory is going to be yours. It is going to happen here. But for some of you, you just might want to watch out for your pride. Like if you're seeing others around you kind of struggling during this time and you're doing good, kind of just be cautioned that you don't let your pride get in the way of how you're gonna end up moving forward here, because I can see how it looks really good. I won't lie, it does look really good, but I could see how here for some people they may not know how to emotionally express themselves.
Come on, babe.
I'm getting a lot more of like the masculine energy. And again, it doesn't have to be male. I'm saying masculine energy of the logics, okay, and how they're breaking things down here. And it's going to be more of a time to truly tap into what it is that you're feeling here, filling your cup. It is an individual, even though this is a collective reading. You working on yourself individually is going to play a major role in the collective right now. And it's about filling your cup with all these successes that's about to come here, but not being prideful as you do it. For some of you, it's actually going to be a really, really good revelation, good time, new beginning here. Aces are about new beginnings here. It's also water energy, abundance, fluidity, currency, emotions, okay? And this tells me with the fire and the water, it's really talking about some of you might have some hot tempers, okay? And Scorpionic energy can bring about a temper, not a temper like an Aries energy, but they definitely can, if you bring some fire to their water, their tempers can be a little bit fixated in what it is that they're trying to do or say, and it can get kind of in the way of their growth here. So Spirit is asking you to really kind of just be open-minded to things and not fixed in your ways, because this is a very fixed energy, and you want to be more so fixed on your healing and in getting deep down into the lesson of why things are happening, rather than saying things are happening to me and not for me. Like things are happening for you, and that's what you want to really look at. We also have here the universe, which is the world card. This is fixed energy. It's also Saturn energy, which is rules Capricorn, okay? And that's the ending of this cycle here. And following after, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So the King of Cups is usually a very nurturing king. He can be very emotional, but grounded in his emotions. When it's in reverse, this is telling me right now, like the divine masculine is kind of going to have a hard time dealing with their emotions during this time, which is what can cause the anxiety, but it's also going to cause some anxiety for the feminine energies as well, to kind of hold space for them, okay, so that this can be a victorious move moving forward. I am going to pull a clarification card on each and every one of these, because it's only 4 cards that came out, and let's just see what other details we can get. So for the 6 of Wands, please, just 1 card. There we go. Yes, so celebration is going to happen. Keep in mind, we do have Samhain, Halloween coming up, the Day of the Dead, and a lot of holidays coming up. So there is going to be celebrations happening. We have the Three of Cups here. That's also reconciliation for some of you. That can be victorious here. It could also be abundance coming in, reunions. Okay, so keep in mind, again, these reunions could be in reference to some exes coming back into your life. What is this Ace of Cups here? What is this Ace of Cups? And that is Cancerian energy. Okay, Ace of Cups here. What is this Ace of Cups? The Three of Cups is Cancerian energy. What is this Ace of Cups here? The Eight of Wands, communication. So this definitely could be an ex-lover. So whoever I'm channeling, and this came out, I didn't even ask, but it's the Queen of Cups here. Okay, I definitely feel like this is gonna be a new beginning for a divine feminine energy that is here. She's very psychic, very intuitive. I mean, you could even see the scorpionic energy in here. You know, like the lobster, or I always look at the lobster like a scorpion for some reason. That's just how I look at it. But a lot of abundance, a lot of fertility. So travel, for somebody it could be traveling, okay? But more so communication. What is the universe? Okay, for the Four of Pentacles here, definitely about foundations here. The number 4, this is Capricorn energy as well. So we got the Saturn and Capricorn energy back to back here. And again, Saturn is currently in Capricorn. And Saturn is going to be squaring Mars. So it looks like a very victorious time for the divine feminine energies here going on. A very victorious time. Lots of opportunities being presented, but Capricorn is kind of saying, like, again, that slow your roll, slow down just a little bit, hold on to the details is kind of what I'm getting. Not necessarily in a sense of greed, but just hold on to the details and don't rush to just invest your pentacles on these desires. There's going to be opportunities of abundance trying to come in here. Okay, what is this King of Cups in reverse? Oh, we got 2 cards. Yeah, see, okay. Yeah. So we have the Princess of Wands in reverse, which the Princess of Wands is all about creative energies, starting new projects, opportunities, having that fire and that passion and that drive to get these projects going. And then we have the King of Wands upright, right? And the King of Wands is Leo energy, again, that go-getter energy, staying solid in his foundation. So this opportunity with the King of Cups in reverse here, but the King of Wands upright, this can very much be a opportunity of business more so than romantic. Okay, but I'm getting the slowing down for a little bit. Let me just get another tap in. See, in the bottom of the deck we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be a series of different things. I am reading the collective. So for some of you, this is very much a business deal, business opportunity. Okay, to slow down. For some of you, you're no longer gonna be single. Okay, for some of you, this 9 of Pentacles is Saturn saying slow your roll on your investments. Like I said, with the 4 of Pentacles, you kind of want to hold your coin for just a moment, not overspend. Definitely there's going to be an investment that it's gonna break you free. You're not gonna feel defeated after. Okay, hold on. I'm taking these 3 cards in the bottom of the deck here. I'm just holding down these cards because it got kind of breezy out of nowhere and I don't want the cards to fly everywhere. So we have the 9 of Pentacles here. We have the 5 of Swords, which is Venus and Aquarius. And then we have the Magician in reverse here, which is Mercurial energy, okay? It could also be Gemini energy. So And right behind that, I'm going to take all of this. This is just too funny. Right behind that, we have the Fool in reverse. Okay, all these cards are falling. We have a lot of major arcanas here. We had the Fool in reverse, and then we have Jupiter and the Wheel. The Fool in reverse is Uranus energy, and as I said, Saturn and Uranus are being Saturn is squaring Mars, but Uranus is opposing the moon right now, and Uranus is in Taurus, and that's that. Don't be stubborn energy. The Fool is usually about taking risks, but I'm really getting during this Mercury retrograde to kind of slow your roll and don't really take too many risks as far as certain opportunities. You might want to wait till Jupiter, when the wheel is turning, when Jupiter gets into Capricorn. Okay? If I'm not mistaken, that's sometime in November. I do not know the date exactly, so you might want to research that. You might want to wait till Jupiter is in Capricorn to do this investment and kind of just gather the details until then. Okay, I do feel like this is a major business opportunity here that can kind of seem risky, but also seem very freeing. Okay, where you're no longer going to doubt yourself. You're no longer going to be in a state of feeling defeated, but rather free here. But keep in mind, this is going to affect your finances. For some of you, if this is relationships, you're no longer going to be single. You could be committing to a Leo because of the King of Wands here. You could be committing to a Leo here, but the communication just might be a little messed up at this time. And Spirit might be saying, like, slow your roll. Just maybe wait till after the retrograde. Things will turn, and they're going to turn in your favor. They're going to turn in your favor. But in the meantime, you just kind of want to take a little pause and really reflect and heal before you get into this, because it is going to be something that is going to be victorious and abundant here. Very happy for whoever this message is, okay? I do see a lot of success, a lot of good things, but this is also Mercury in retrograde here, so some of your resources may kind of be delayed, okay? But do not be caught in that anxiety that we saw earlier with the 9 of Swords. That's Gemini energy. Don't fight yourself with, this may be going against you because of the illusion of Neptune's retrograde, because your resources may kind of seem a little delayed, because it might be for you to wait for the right timing for your resources to come in, so this can go up so you can start receiving. Okay, it's just a little delayed, but the resources are there, are available to you. It's about investing the time in yourself to really get down to the details of where you want to invest, and really truly trusting your intuition. Use your discernment. Okay, and if there's contracts involved, checking them like 3 times or more before just jumping in. But there's gonna be a new cycle, new opportunity, and it's looking really good. It's looking really good here. This didn't really feel too much like family stuff going on. It really felt more so like business opportunities, and also possibly love opportunities here. This could also be that possibly somebody was contemplating, because with this Princess of Wands in reverse, that's also like delayed, or your wound. So if it's a relationship, it's like your wound saying, hold on, don't rush. Don't rush quick, fast to be taken again from this relationship just because Mercury's in retrograde and you're communicating. Or don't be quick, fast to assume just because you're not in communication. Maybe for some of you, you may lose some communication or something. I don't really feel that. It feels more so like a gaining of communication here. But don't be so quick, fast to just jump into it, okay? because you could do battle by yourself too. And this could be also your wound kind of like rejecting that, okay, like if you don't know how to love me, I'm gonna love myself, and I'm gonna wait till you not wait, correct, let me correct myself. I'm gonna love myself until you learn how to love me on my level of love. Stella Blue, be nice. So that's pretty much the message I'm getting with the tarot. I am going to pull 3 oracle cards really quick just to see what we get here. And then I'm going to close out because we've been here together for quite a few little minutes. And I'm really grateful for your time and space to share it with me. I hope this message resonates with you. If it does, please give it a thumbs up. Share this video if you think it's going to help anyone. Comment below if it does resonate with you or your experience during this new moon. I love hearing about your experiences. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'm pretty sure you're going to want to ride out with me throughout this journey, and I'm excited to ride out with all of you. So I'm going to shuffle one more time, and we're going to ask Spirit, what is the divine advice for the collective and closing out this space in perfect love and perfect trust? I normally don't read reversals in this deck. It doesn't give reversal meanings, but I also do read. I read intuitively. Here we go. All right, so on the bottom of the deck we have courage with the ruling energy here. Courage could also be Leo energy again, okay, but it's more so of really tapping into your heart space is what I'm getting with this one, and having the courage to get through the strength to really grow like the flower through the concrete here. Really being that inner sun for yourself and not really relying on the projected sun of this world, but really having the strength and the courage to get through everything that you got to get through during this transformation here. The sorrow did come out in reverse, and like I said, I normally don't read reversals in this one, but for this one I do feel in tune to. And this is about getting out, breaking free from those sorrows, breaking free from those illusions. Also, it may be a very hard time for some of you to actually break free from that sorrow, because you may be dealing with a strong anxiety, may be dealing with trying to fight off depression here. But once you really dive deep within yourself, with Mercury being in Scorpio, that's really underworld energy, going down to the root chakra of everything, getting to the nitty-gritty, deep, dark parts of yourself and truth. Okay, so breaking free from that sorrow with celebration here. We have celebration following after. A lot of victory, a lot of happiness, a lot of getting back together with your friends. The holidays are coming up, so that makes a lot of sense here. And then we have the number 2 with friendliness. So this could be a lot of you actually meeting new people that's on your new vibration. Really just getting in tune with the friends that you have now, or allowing your friends to help you during this time. Hi. Really allowing your friends to help you during this time, and knowing that you truly are not alone. We are going through this energy as a collective. So I hope this message resonates with you. Until then, peace, y'all.